What's going on, guys? Welcome to Snipercast episode 15. I'm here with Kai and a very special guest. Kai,
What's good,
introduce
baby?
this lovely fellow.
Today we're here with the sniping leader of Obey, the man. His name is Frann. What's good, baby? How are you doing?
Hello, I'm pretty good, thank you.
Welcome to Snipercast. Frann is the leader of Obey. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of different things, and we have this live, and we're going to take some questions near the end. But in typical Snipercast fashion, Frann, how you doing, bro? How you doing?
Not bad. Apart from all this COVID shit, I'm just sitting at home all day, really.
Nice.
Relatable.
You know how it is.
Yeah, that's what we're doing too. So where are you from exactly? Like the UK, like can you tell us the city or
Yeah, I'm from Kent, which is
Kent, okay.
just outside of London. I'm about 30 minutes away from there.
Now what's it like there? Is it nice out there? Are people like hanging out? Everyone's inside or
I mean, it's a bit of both. The last couple of weeks, people have started going outside and shit, but I've stayed inside because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
that's sweet.
Same here. Yeah, it's been the weather's been so nice. People have been out and
Yeah.
about, and it's like the second wave, man. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. I'm not risking it. As much as I want to go out and get drunk, but I'm not doing it.
Respect
Yeah,
it.
and like as much as you want to go out, but like as much as you have like other things to do inside, you know. Gotta
Yep.
grind out some clippers. But yeah, man, Kent, UK. Glad to hear that you're just kind of grinding it inside like us. But we got so many questions for you. We kind of did a deep dive into your past over the past couple of days, went through all your videos.
All right.
We know a couple. I want to talk about a couple specific clips, but we're gonna go just from the origin. How'd you get into this like sniping thing in general? Like like I know you started on PS3, which I love. How did you get started? Like what was the inclination?
Oh man, this was like, I don't even know, back in like 2011, just coming home like
Yeah.
after and getting on with like IRLs and just sitting in Rust lobbies, just sniping. That's what did it for me. And then like obviously one of our friends found out like that there was a whole community around this shit that used to make videos. I can't even remember. I think it was around the time where like FaZe had first started or like first started getting a name for themselves. And we were
Yeah.
just all watching them being absolute little fanboys, going to school and talking about it. We're like, oh my God, that was so cool. And then, I mean, just since then, like I'd always kind of played COD for this reason. I thought it was cool. And then ended up getting more and more into it.
Okay, that makes sense. You kind of had it with your IRL buddies. I think that's a pretty normal way to get started. How did you start recording? Like how like you were just like, okay, FaZe is doing it. I'm gonna grab a cap card and get going, or how did that?
Oh, man. Oh, I had a Dazzle. I used
Yes,
to have a Dazzle.
yes, dude. Yes.
But
I'm
I
so
don't
happy
know.
you had a
I just-
Dazzle.
I got it bought for me by my parents. I was like, little 13-year-old Fran had his first Dazzle, started recording some literally quick scopes, and that's where it went from there.
Did you have to convince your parents to like buy it for you?
Yeah. I got it for Christmas.
Classic, man.
I was hyped.
PS3, we probably like matched in a couple of games because I was on PS3 recording Dazzle back then too. What was your first COD? Was it like COD 4 or something like straight up? Or?
World at War.
Dude, same.
I
That's
played World
so
at War
weird.
for a bit, but not sniping. Not sniping though. Like I never sniped on World at War. I just
P40.
kind of regularly run around. I don't even
Nice.
remember what gun I used to use, but I was really bad, obviously.
Nice. Well, that's an interesting origin. Everyone just has a Dazzle. Everyone that we've interviewed has had a Dazzle. I don't know if it's like a generational thing, but I had a Dazzle. Kai had a Dazzle. Everyone we've interviewed has. So it's
If you're an
I wanna see some
OG,
clips.
you
Yeah.
had a Dazzle.
Soon that's gonna be the new hipster thing. Like if you don't have Dazzle, cool.
If you're watching and you want to get an Obey, if you didn't have a Dazzle, get the fuck. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
Literally.
Totally joking.
Nice, man. So you're on PS3 and you recorded, and I know I keep emphasizing the PS3 thing, but it actually was a thing back then because everyone was on 360 that was quote unquote known or some bullshit.
Yep.
When did you transition? Did you just never want to go to Xbox? Were you like PS3 is where it's at? Because even when I was hitting clips on PS3, I would get messages from people on like teams that I was in being like, "Oh, it's just PS3, that's why." Blah 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 blah. So like, how did you deal with that? I know it's a really random question, but
I don't know. Well, to be fair, around like 2012, 2013, I didn't snipe. I went into trick shotting for a bit. Just for a bit of fun. I went into trick shotting, and obviously you didn't really have to record. And PS3 wasn't the debate between like sniping clips on PS3 and Xbox weren't that bad in like the trick shot community.
yeah, no, the trick
So
shot
as long as you had
community.
someone in your lobby recording, it was okay. So it wasn't really that big a deal.
Forgot about those days where one guy would record for the whole squad.
Got the kill cam. That's all that mattered.
Yep.
Damn, so humble origins, man. Nice, nice.
Were you in a trick shotting team?
Yes, I was in a few.
Oh,
Probably none that you have heard of. Like all small teams, just for like random people.
Throw 'em out there.
I was in a team called a Tumis. I don't know if you remember them.
Can't say I do, but
I was in
I
a
love
team
that.
called Astro. You
Astro.
may have heard of them.
I feel like
They were
that
a little bit
rings a
bigger.
bell.
Mother.
I was also in high.
Nice.
Yeah, no, that's not
Hi,
too
friend.
good. But they weren't bad back then, so. I think they're the only teams that you'd know of, and then like a bunch of random teams like Tekka, WWS, like just random teams.
Yeah. Well, like, did you like trick shotting or like were you kind of just
Yeah,
doing it
I
to
did.
Oh, okay.
No, I loved it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, dude.
Like
It
I
actually
hardly
is
ever
fun.
hit, but it was fun.
Yeah, dude, I don't know how people do it, man. Like some of the shots that we saw in MW2 over the years, I'm just like,
Yep.
I don't know how, man. It's like 1080, knife flipping, SPAS 12 flip. Like I don't even know what's going on, man. Like I'm just like,
Well, you
I honestly
need to
think,
play claw. You need to play claw.
yeah, that's a
I'll
must.
say
Eh?
that. Yeah.
I'm out here like using my right thumb on the joystick, like, trying to use my right thumb for swap at the same time.
Yeah, I was terrible at trick shotting.
That's funny though.
And then when did you get back into sniping?
Well, I kind of did it a little bit while I was trick shotting. Like I was a hybrid for a little bit, but I always prioritized trick shotting. So I always still kind of did that in the background. Like I had an episode on if you remember Critical. It's like I don't even remember their YouTube channel, but it's on there. And it was just like a
Critical.
mixture of like trick shots and sniping. So like I always kind of did it. I just more of a trick shot about them.
Mm,
So I always kind of did it. Apart
damn.
from oh god, here it comes. Around 2015, I went on a break for like 6 months and I didn't play at all. And I came back and I was like, I'm bored of like sniping, I'm bored of trick shotting, I don't know what to play. And I got into knifing, unfortunately. No, honestly, I don't regret it at all though.
No, it's not even like sure, like knifing is a funny kind of way to play the game, but like the way you're explaining it is
You're like, here
no,
we
because
go.
I know it's like a sin to snipers. When they hear that I used to be a sniper, they're like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And I'm like,
I don't
"Oh,
mind.
God."
I don't
I don't
mind.
mind.
I think that's cool. I've never heard that like from a sniper, so that's pretty neat.
It was fun though. I started doing that, and like 6-7 months into knifing, ended up joining XJMX, which were like the biggest knifing team like
Mm.
ever. And then
Who
yeah,
is that? Who is that one guy in Phase that got it off
iced,
knifing? No,
iced. Yeah, phase iced.
Ice. Oh, it was Ice. Okay, I
Yeah.
swear you had a different name, but do you remember on
Oh,
that?
are you on about Bobo, the trick
Yeah,
shot?
Bobo. That's what it
Ah,
was.
yeah, there were
Oh
two. There were
yeah.
two.
That was actually kind of cool. Now I think about it.
I remember. I mean, I used to watch Only Use Me Blade like way back in the day. If you ever heard of
Oh my
him,
god. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Let's not talk about him
He's
now.
talking about-
but like back in the day, he was pretty cool. And then
Oh, is he good?
Let's not talk about. I don't know. He's had some problems, but and then I don't know. I don't know if you guys ever watched Vicstar 123's like Black Ops 1 Tomahawk montages. Those are crazy.
I don't think so.
All right, never mind. But where would you say everything started to like pick up for you?
Hmm.
Quote unquote.
This is a difficult question. To be honest, this will sound silly, but I think when I joined XJMX, because I think they were the first big team I was in. It was like my first kind of whoa, like I'm actually in here. Like they have 100K. Like the knifing community back then was huge. So like I got quite a bit of exposure from that. So I think that's where I kind of understood. I was like, dude, this is kind of fun. Like I was actually getting likes on my tweets. This is like, I don't know. I thought it was cool back then.
That's
Yeah,
always a
dude.
good feeling.
Yep.
Damn. What was it? Sorry, what's the clan name? BMX?
XJMX.
JMX.
4 letters.
Damn.
4 letters.
Damn. I gotta go back and check
Well,
out
I mean,
XJMX.
Blaziken used to be in them.
Oh
Actually.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
And then why did you quit knifing?
Because the thing is with knifing, teams like back in the day, like all right, it was always FaZe, Obey, Saw. These kind of teams didn't really care for knifers. They just didn't want them. They picked up 1 or 2 guys and that was it. So once I kind of got to XJMX, I was like, okay, after a few months, there was nothing else for me to do. I had a few episodes out and I was getting bored. There was no reason for me to play. Like I wanted to kind of grind for something, but there was nothing. So that's why I stopped and went back to sniping. But when I went back to sniping after like 2 years of not doing it, I was like, whoa, okay, I need to get back into this.
Damn, yeah, you gotta grind.
I
You gotta like get
respect
your
that.
shot back.
You
Like
were-
you're not run.
Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. I was having stuns on my sniping class. I was like, I can't be doing this.
Like, why am I running up to people trying to knife them?
It's very different. Very, very different.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
I
Fun though.
You were at the top of your the knifing world though, so you had to move on. You know.
Yeah.
I
I
get
suppose you
that.
could say it like that.
The knifing food chain. Nice though. Like I watched Sanction 1. I actually never seen it before this week. So that probably is the first big project you did after the whole knifing fiasco.
Yeah, that's like my first ever proper Taj that I've ever made.
Yeah. Crazy clips in there. Guys, if you haven't seen Sanction 1, go check it out right now. It's on YouTube. Just search up Obey Frann. He has it as his featured vid. Crazy vid. That MSR 7 is it 7 or 6 multi?
It's a 6.
It's a 6 multi. Dude, that clip is insane. That quad. What else do you have in there? You have you have so many cool variety clips in that Taj, which is actually crazy because it came out 2018.
I
I feel
uploaded
like-
it right before I moved to Italy. So yeah, I think it was August or September.
August or September, damn. True.
One of
Okay,
the
so
months.
yeah, no, I remember, but when I watched it, it looked like it was released in 2018. So I was like, even back then, the sniping community in 2018 was like kind of stale, and you had
Yeah.
some really variety cool clips in there. Like, I'm trying to think of some right now.
A lot
Like,
of
you
Grizz
had-
feeds.
Got Grizz feeds.
What's
like,
the one that you get triple, but you hit 2C4? Is that what happens?
Oh yeah, I hit a triple. I shot one guy, shot through him, hit a C4, and killed 2 other guys for a triple collab.
That is crazy. That is a cool clip.
I don't really like Grizzlies, to be honest. I've never been a fan of Grizzlies, but I know the sniper community love them. So I used 2 in my Taj. I used one
Huh.
on Ghosts, only because it was Reg TDM, and I used one on Black Ops 1. But not many people realized about that Black Ops 1 clip. It had a reload neck in the middle of it from the L9 to ballistic knives. That's the only reason I used that one as well.
Oh shit. Yeah, I've never been a huge Grizz feed guy. Like if it's natural, I like
Yeah,
it.
it's
But you
gotta
can
be
tell when
natural.
people are
Yeah.
like forcing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
No,
It's
but
true,
like,
it's true.
even if you force it though, like people still love it because people just want variety in a video. They don't. It's not. Some people get tired of just watching you snipe like 5 guys in a row every single time. So.
I really just think it depends on how the clip looks.
Yeah, that's a good, and the COD and stuff. And
Yeah,
if it's all crazy and messy and it's a bunch of shit on the screen, you don't really know what the fuck happened, then
yeah.
it's kind of like, well, what? But yeah, dude, it was a crazy Tosh. And you're recording for Sanction 2 right now, right? Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Oh,
Lag.
you're recording for Sanction 2 right now?
Yes, I am.
Damn. So how's that going?
Not bad. I'm about 50 clips in.
Damn.
Were you aiming for 100?
I think I'm gonna go for
75?
about 70, 80.
70, 80.
It's pretty
But I
good.
still need a closer. Still need a closer. So I'm just kind of gonna go until I hit the closer, I suppose.
Yeah, it's
Crazy.
always the toughest part, isn't it?
Oh, yep.
So what COD are you playing right now then?
Oh man, I've been playing every COD, to be
Every
honest.
COD,
I've
yeah.
been swapping from
Same.
COD 4, MW3, Ghosts, Modern Warfare Remastered. A bit of everything, to be honest.
Damn.
It's sort of weird now. I mean, lobbies are hard to come by in these old CODs. You sort of have to just go with the one that's like popping at the time of day. You know what I mean?
TDM, dude. TDM. I hate it. I miss Ground War.
I miss
the OG
full
Ground War
wars,
lobbies.
man.
Yep.
Facts. But yeah. So
Sanction 2, we'll look out for it.
when you were in when you released Sanction 1, were you in Synergy or were you in Sith at that point?
I was in Synergy at the time.
And that was you were in Sith before that? Just to clarify.
I went from Sith to Bloom, which was a hybrid team, to Synergy.
Uh,
And then you were leading Synergy, right?
Yeah.
How did you transition from a player to the leader?
When I first joined Synergy, it was led by Briz and Mabel. Mabel used to be a leader of Sanctus, if you don't know of him. Sanctus, another hybrid team, but they were pretty good. And Mabel didn't really do anything. He was just kind of like behind the scenes, just chilling. And I'd never really agree with double rostering. So I was always kind of helping out in Sin when I could. We had a few ups and downs, but I kind of made it obvious to Briz that I wanted lead. After a few months, and I was living in Italy, so I was literally leading off my phone. Everything I was doing from my phone, organizing clips from my phone, everything.
That's crazy.
damn.
Were you
This guy's
playing
a
while you were in
life.
Italy? Why do you move to Italy?
No. Here after, I think you guys call it high school, right?
Yeah.
We have 2 years of college or sixth form. I went to sixth form. It's the 2 years before university. And I'd finished and I didn't want to go to university and I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I said, okay, I'm going to move away and just get away from everything for a year and just get away, really. And I'm Italian, so I have family in Italy, and they said I can come work with them for as long as I want. So I just went there for a year.
Whoa.
How was that?
Amazing, best time of my life.
Yeah, Italy's amazing, man.
Is your family all good up in Italy? It's kind of crazy over there.
Yeah, all my family's good. They're all
Okay.
good.
That's good to hear, man.
That's great to hear.
Shit's freaking nuts over there.
So,
Man, I know.
were you not playing when you were in Italy? Like you're just leading off your phone, basically, organizing team dodges,
Yep.
everything.
I did not play. I didn't take my console. I just play. Just everything was through my phone.
That is
That's
cool.
actually so funny, dude. When you think about it, like it just shows sometimes that leaders and like teams are like just lofty as fuck. But you're out here like on your freaking iPhone.
You're
6,
grinding
like-
out here.
Yep.
Watching previews on your iPhone screen.
Yep. And I had very bad internet there. So trying to watch a clip, like it'd take me like a minute just to like watch or download something. Like it was terrible. Terrible.
That makes it
Damn.
way.
You
Nice,
mentioned
dude.
you made it fairly obvious that you wanted to become leader. What made you want to become like a leader? Because you're a leader now, and that seems like it's a thing you like to do, right?
Yeah, I suppose. I've kind of like always enjoyed leading teams. Like even back in the day when we used to make our own little teams, even though they'd go nowhere, we'd only get like 100, 200 followers on Twitter. But it was just like, I kind of liked the responsibility. I liked when we uploaded our videos, like the feeling of uploading a team tag when all your players like it. I like that. I always kind of like that. So when the whole thing with Sin came up, I was like, if I could lead this would be amazing for me. Like this would be like, it would be like another big break since XJMX. And it took a couple years to get there. So as soon as there was an opportunity, I kind of stayed on Briz's case about it and made it obvious. There we go. Hello.
Yo, so as I was sorry before you left, I was saying we had a couple leaders on the podcast. Last week we had Zors. A couple weeks ago we had our buddy Alec who led our team 2012 Vivid, and they said
Oh
similar
wow.
things about yeah, I know, throwback, but they said similar things about being a leader. It's like super satisfying when it all comes together with the videos, the team tages.
Yeah, it is. It is. 100%.
So like in Synergy back then, I'm not too familiar with Synergy, but it wasn't it trick shotting and sniping.
Yeah, it was a hybrid team. They did
So
both.
were you managing both players? Like a player as a trick shotter, he also
No,
sees
no, no,
correctly.
just the snipe inside.
Just the
Just the
sniping
snipe
side.
inside.
Nice.
And
Damn.
and then when did you so you moved on to Obey? You joined Obey. Remind me, it was a bit over a year ago, was it?
No, I don't think it's hit a year yet. Let me have a
Oh, he
look.
joined last October. We talked about this.
Yeah, hasn't been a year.
Sorry. Almost a year.
It's all right.
Almost a year.
We're supposed to know everything about our guests. Everything. Except I didn't know the knifing
Like
thing.
7 months.
That was threw me for a loop, but that was fun.
And then why did you
Yeah,
join
go ahead.
Obey? I mean,
Well,
Clout.
it's Obey. They're pretty big.
I mean, once I left Synergy, I didn't really know what to do from there. I didn't really want to come back to like the sniping only community because I enjoyed the hybrid org side. I thought it was pretty cool. So I was leading Synergy with Raves, who is now the overall of Obey, and he left not long after me. So one day I literally just decided to message him because I know Obey's sniping side had ended when he was picked up, so they didn't have anybody. So I just thought I'd message him. We spoke for a few weeks, and then eventually, like, he decided to give me a chance, and I was brought on
As a player, though.
as a player. But there was no other players, so like I was kind of I'd mentioned about leading to him, so he's like, "Okay, we'll pick you up as a player now and see how it goes." So like, I don't know how to say this. I was always kind of the leader in the background, though. Like every time there was something sniping related, I was asked about it.
I
But
see.
officially, I was just a player.
Ah, yeah, okay, okay. So you kind of always been that leadership in the sniping in any kind of team or whatever you've done, which is actually like pretty like I want to commemorate you for that. Like that takes although it's like a very people probably see it and they're like, oh, anyone can do that. Like that, not everyone does that. Everyone just kind of just hops on, hits clips, and that's it. They don't bother
Yeah,
with anything else. So good job good for you, man. Like putting in that work and like here we are now. So
thank you.
what's
you got the Snipercast seal of approval.
What's the hardest part about being a leader?
Hmm. I don't know, to be honest.
That's a good leader if he doesn't. No problems.
he's like,
I
bro,
mean,
it's easy, bro.
I don't know. There are always ups and downs, like in all teams. It's just knowing how to kind of manage the situation.
Yeah.
Well,
How
I don't
annoying
know. I
is
wouldn't
it?
say, huh?
I was gonna say, how annoying is it when you get constantly asked to recruit people or check out other people's vids? Is that annoying for you, or do you like enjoy prospecting and doing those things?
I mean, it depends on the day. I'll be
Yeah,
honest. There
yeah,
are
yeah.
days where like I think I'm a decent leader because generally I enjoy helping people. So if someone comes to me and they're like, "Hey, these are my streams, these are my clips. What can I do to join Obey?" Like I'll guide them in the direction of what, not just what I want, of what the other Obey leaders want too. So I help them, but I can't help everybody. I can't see everybody at the same time, which
Yep.
a lot of people don't seem to understand. Like the amount of clips and shit and streams that I get tagged in on Twitter. Like I wish I had the time to like help everyone, but I just don't.
oh yeah, nowadays with Twitter, everyone tags, the teams they're going
Yep.
for and the leaders, and it's
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
gets pretty annoying actually.
I mean, it can, but I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
What's your opinion on like in my head, this is kind of like a new gen way of going for teams where people like hashtag the team they're going for. Like there's no private RCs anymore. Like there's no more private RCs. It's all public. I'm going for Obey. Obey's my team. I need to be in Obey. Like, do you find you see those kids or those players and you're like, they get priority over someone who hops in your DMs, so to speak? Kind of a tough question, but
I think, did you just disconnect?
dude, that was
Hello?
such a good question. Oh, yo, hey.
You
Man,
might have to re-ask that
okay.
question.
I joined on my phone. I don't know what's going on with my PC right now. Can you hear
It's
me
all
okay?
good.
Yeah, you
No, we
sound
can hear
great.
you. We got
Okay,
it.
cool.
Okay, let me
Sorry.
ask this again. So the new gens have been doing this thing where they hashtag and do that whole stuff, hashtag Obey, whatever. I'm striving for Obey. My goal for 2020 is to join Obey, whatever they tweet out and pin to their profile and put in their bio. There's no more private RCs. Everything's out in the open. Do those players that when you see them, you're like, okay, he's grinding for Obey. Like, do they get precedence and do they get more of a, I want to say, slight favorism when you're recruiting? You're thinking about all those kids or all those people that have that stuff publicly and shooting it out to the world.
Interesting. Well, I don't
I've
know.
always wondered this. I'm like, they're putting hashtag Obey whatever in their bio. I'm like, do they have a better shot by doing that?
Because I feel
Like, I have no idea.
I feel like 2012 you get roasted for doing that, but
Yeah,
now it's
you're
like
right.
common, you know.
Well, when Obey's Sniper Side first came back, they were strictly Modern Warfare only for a bit. I knew eventually we'd come back to multi-COD, but for the time being, we were only MW. And obviously, as you said, it is mostly the new gen community that do this, the guys who play the newer games.
Mm.
So back then, it was kind of nice to see who was going for the team. So I kind of had an idea of who I wanted to pick up and shit. Like all
Nice.
of the newer gen guys, they were hashtagging their names, which I was okay with. But when I decided to pick up some multi-COD guys, obviously it was a little bit different. Like they weren't doing that kind of stuff, but some of the dudes had DM me saying they were interested and blah blah blah. So I suppose it kind of depended on the community. For the MW guys, I suppose, but the more multi-COD old gen guys, no.
If you don't mind, can we backtrack a bit? So you were saying like
Yeah.
when the sniping team sort of started getting going again, just a few months ago, I remember a bunch of people left, and then just in sort of a few months, you've sort of rebuilt the team, and now you guys have gone back to multi-COD. But just how is that experience like in general?
Well, I did the same thing with Synergy. Thing is, with a few of these like the bigger teams, they don't really have the best names when it comes to sniping. With the amount of times their sniping side has ended under different leadership or whatever.
Yeah.
So obviously, I kind of experienced it all beforehand with Synergy because their sniping roster had ended countless times. So I kind of expected it with Obey. It wasn't too different, really.
Oh, okay. So you restarting the team and recruiting others and things like that, like that wasn't hard for you, and you were like, oh, this is great. You kind of had a fresh start almost, right?
Yeah, could say that.
So what do you look for in a recruit now?
Honestly, a few things. It depends if what they're trying to be recruited as, if they're trying to be a player, streamer, content creator. But I'm more on the playing side. Obviously, if there's a streamer, I can pick up streamers too, but if it's like a content creator, it kind of needs to go through the other leaders too. Because obviously I'm not a content creator myself. So I don't really, I can help out with that, but when we're going to pick up a content creator, all the leads look into
And
that.
who is in that? Who else do you speak to? Like,
When
who
I
are
say
the other
this,
leaders? Yeah.
There's Shook, who is overall
Yeah.
more like the owner of Obey, and there's Raves. I kind of work more with Raves out of everybody.
So you would go back to Raves and be like, this guy's a streamer, blah 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 blah. Like, I think he's good.
Yeah,
Or
streamers
content
I'm
creator or
fine.
whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. What is me and Kai have been wondering this. Does Mitch play a role in those conversations?
No, he does not. But
Okay.
everybody thought that he did because he was one of the first guys that like joined when I did. He joined a couple months after I did. So because we were like the only two people, or I think there was like 3 or 4 of us back then. Everyone thought they're like, oh, we were leads. Everyone was tagging us, but No, he doesn't have a say. He's not a leader or anything.
Okay.
He's just
But I'm sure
player,
his
streamer, content creator.
his word carries like a little bit of weight if he's like, this guy's great or whatever, and you guys always
Yeah.
consider. Damn. Interesting to hear the politics behind each team.
And do you balance like the streaming versus the making montages side? Like nowadays, more with the new gen, I'd say wave going more into content creation. Like, is that definitely, does that play a factor?
Yeah, 100%. The thing is now, as much as I have to say it, montages on games, like just straight up sniping montage on like the newer CODs, just don't do good. They're not enjoyable. Considering I'm an old gen, it's just never gonna have that like nostalgia factor to me. But when it comes to like content creation and streaming, all the views are on that side. Hence why we have like a multi-COD roster for the montages, as well as like streamers and content creators to still pull views on the newer CODs.
Yeah, so you look at a team like SOAR, for example, they haven't gone back to multi-COD, but you guys have. I think multi-COD's the way to go. No one cares about watching MW unless it's Warzone, pretty much. So why? So is that why you guys sort of went that way? Just seemed like that's a wave, and it's more versatile.
I mean, honestly, we had no reason to go back. Everybody that joined off the Modern Warfare RC, I made sure that they were good at multi-COD too, just in case we ever did go back.
Smart.
And one day, literally, it got to a point where like skill-based matchmaking in Modern Warfare was just stressing all of us out. And we were just like, a few guys started playing multi-COD. I was playing multi-COD, trying to record for my Taj. And then I was like, should we just go back? And then everyone was on mutual terms and we're like, yeah, fuck it. So we just did. It was kind of a team thing. We all wanted to go back.
That's sick. I respect that. I like that. Did you have
it wasn't just my decision.
Did you have to like talk to the upper, I guess, like the overall leader about that? Because like,
well, I mean, if I'm honest, Raves trusts me. Like with a lot of the stuff I say when it comes to this sniping stuff. So when I asked him if we could go multi-COD, he's like, if you think it's the right choice, then yeah, I don't mind. So I was like, cool, perfect.
That's awesome. Yeah, you need that cohesion for sure. I mean, if you're gonna be a leader with other leaders, you guys definitely have to have faith in each other. So that's pretty neat to hear for sure.
Thing was, we were planning to like not tell anybody about us coming back to multi-COD and just drop a multi-COD team Taj out of nowhere, which like we have all the clips for. And right before we were about to start getting it edited and get the last few clips in there, Sniping Showdown tweeted out, blah, 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 we're coming back. So I was like, oh shit, I kind of want to put Obey through for this. This would be a great way for us to like start our multi-COD roster. So we literally we've made our multi-COD roster like literally a week or two before SS dropped.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's a very exclusive roster. It's very small, but I kind of like that in a weird way.
Yeah, I want to keep it small.
You like it that way? I was going to ask about that.
Yeah, because I think exclusive rosters are like, I think they're more difficult to get in. It gives that more factor. More people want to join for that reason.
Definitely.
Like, no hate to any other sniping teams right now, because there are so many other good sniping teams. But like, the average roster is at least 30 players minimum, like more or less. And I can't see 30 multi-COD players benefiting an org.
I know, I agree. That I like that.
Yeah,
I think it's easier said than done, but yeah, it's
because on that note, a lot of leaders, this is just my initial thought process, like they think more players equals more clips equals more videos, or equals higher.
No, it's not true. If you have the right players, they can hit easily. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think the amount of players really makes a difference, because you can have a 50-man roster, and for example, like you guys have been around for a while, you see SS, like it's not like all 50 of them guys are gonna hit like 5 clips, are they?
Oh yeah.
Like 10 to 20 guys hit 3 clips, you know what I mean?
Easy. It's easy.
You got the grinders and then you got the slackers.
Yeah.
And we're the grinders.
Except I haven't hit shit.
Haven't hit anything.
That's why we do the podcast.
Yeah. On that note, have you hit? No, wait. You're not able to submit clips, right? Because you're judging, right?
No, I'm not judging. I did ask
Oh.
if I could judge, but then they made the like no leaders of other teams.
Oh
could-
yes, that makes more sense.
So I'm not a judge.
Can you give us an update on Obey? How are they doing for this round? Are they killing it?
We're doing pretty good, to be fair. We're doing pretty good. We have a little like a curse on the Obey SS. We hit all our clips in the last 3 days. We did it last SS. We hit like 10 clips in the last 3 days, all really good clips. And we've just started doing it again. It's the
Damn.
last 3 days. We've been doing average, and then obviously it hit the third night, and we hit like 4 really good clips all of a sudden.
Damn.
That's
So we're in that
interesting.
stage right now.
It's like the pressure's on.
Yep. No, but we're loving it though. We're all doing good. We have obviously our response already in edit. We've seen previews. It's looking pretty good. We're going, and I don't know if you saw this. We're actually going against Synergy.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's kind of full circle for you then.
The last SS that Synergy went for, I was leading, and they went against ON and almost won.
Damn.
Damn, yeah, and ON, we all know how good ON is as well, so
Yeah.
that should be a good matchup.
Sim was the underdog in that match.
No, so it should be interesting seeing you guys go up against them.
Yeah. Wait, no, ON? No, we're against Synergy.
No, that's what I mean, against Synergy,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they can, you think they'll be worthy competition?
Okay, to be honest, I've said this about every team. There are so many like underrated teams that I just don't underestimate anyone.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because I did the exact same thing last year with Synergy. We had nobody really knew about us, and we came up with like a very good video that surprised everybody. So I know there are teams out there that, with the right players, are capable of doing it. Just got to see if Synergy are.
Their leader doesn't know how to lead a team. Just kidding.
No, totally joking.
Just totally joking.
So like you said, it sort of came full circle with the the multi-cod coming back with SS, and now you guys are doing a RC. It sounds like, right?
Yeah, we are indeed.
And
so talk about that a bit. Like, obviously, if we can guess the clan tag, will you tell us
on stream?
No.
Just kidding.
Totally joking.
I can't. As convincing as it is, I can't.
I'm just joking. Are you excited, like, go through all those responses and make some people's like year, and like that's always fun, right?
Actually, I like the recruitment part. Like, I like seeing people excited to join us, like hearing their reactions to joining as well. That makes me happy because I did it for the Modern Warfare RC, and it was a good feeling. It made me feel good.
Mm-hmm. Because you're kind of giving back to those people who've worked hard, right? And
yeah,
crazy. I remember every time I've gone in a big team, or when I got in SOAR, I freaked out, and when I was in VE, I got really happy too. Like, it's such a good, rewarding feeling when everything kind of pays off. So that's good that you're a leader that kind of values that, because I feel like a lot of people kind of just like, I'll recruit him, whatever, and that's it. But
I suppose. But the thing is, if I make a bad recruit, it looks bad on me. So I need to make sure they're the right person.
That's a good point. These are things that non-leaders don't think about. You know what I mean? But the leaders, you got to think about that stuff. That's what makes a good leader.
So for this RC, and I'm sure you're going to say it in the video, and we have some messages in the chat that we might be going back to at the end here, but what are you looking for? You have Grizz feeds in Sanction and stuff like that. Like, are you looking for variety? Or are you just looking for just straight up bangers? Like, if you hit a 6 on, we want to see it. Like, we don't care about your variety spots and things like that. Like, you're probably explaining the video.
I mean,
the gist.
I think it depends on the player. Like, I don't want a player to force themselves to do something that like they're not good at, because it will show. Whatever, like, if, for example, I'd rather see someone who's really good at one game hit amazing clips on one game than someone who's bang average at 5 games and hit average clips on 5 games, It all depends. It all depends. But I want people to try their best. If they can bring variety to us, then obviously that's cool. But if they can't, it's not exactly bad either,
Yeah.
It just depends on the player. If their clips impress me, that's what it's down to.
And then how much do you weigh in the content creation, the streaming, the personality, those things?
Quite a bit. quite a bit. But
So
that
like
will
if
come
someone
down.
has and sorry to cut you off, if someone has insane clips, but like they haven't posted on YouTube in like years, that's gonna be a red flag for you.
Not necessarily, because the
Okay.
thing is, we picked up Evie, ONEV, a couple weeks ago, and he hasn't up. He literally had not uploaded in a year, but he'd been streaming like 4 or 5 times a week, and like so
Mm.
I'd seen like he'd been speaking to me. He just uploaded his Best of Modern Warfare 2 as well. Like I spoke to them. If they can upload, obviously it's good. It's better for me as well because if one of the overrules decide, oh, let me check into these players, it's just better if they seem to be uploading more or less however much they want. They don't need to be uploading every day for like some people think. Like I'd rather see one thought out, well edited video every month than rushing a montage out every week.
Mm. Fair, fair, interesting. So that stuff weighs no matter what. You can hit all the greatest clips in the world, but you need to have some sort of content
It
that
can help,
reflects.
yeah, it can help.
Are you guys gonna be doing like just straight content creators, like people making jokes videos and stream highlights and things like that? Or
Oh, we're gonna pick up a few people from different parts. So we
nice.
may pick up a few straight clip hitters, as well as a few people who may make content as well as hit clips, or some people that stream and content but don't hit clips. Like we'll mix it up. But it's
Damn,
gonna be
well.
fair for everyone. I'm not just gonna not say no to someone who's amazing at like hitting clips just
Oh
because
no,
he
I'm not
doesn't
trying
make.
to. Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to get your
Yeah,
little
yeah, yeah.
insights to each thing.
Do you know going in how many people you want to recruit?
No idea yet. I've not decided that yet. That is still. I won't be picking up too many people because obviously I do want to keep it exclusive. I don't really want to put a number out there yet, but not. I'm not having an army. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I love that.
it's more like a family. Yeah. Well, the nice thing about RCs just like Sniping Showdown is it gets the community. I feel like working for something, which is it gets it
Yeah.
more lively. I think that's a great effect that comes from RCs.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job with Obey, like putting them in that sniping, obviously SS, like and it just shows, man. Like you're the team is gonna get more attention, especially if you beat Synergy. But
Hopefully. But thank you.
Who are the teams you're most worried about in this SS?
TL, PZ, and ON. To be honest.
damn,
Yeah.
everyone keeps saying TL.
TL,
Eh?
man,
Like,
yeah.
TL is getting lots of. Everyone's scared of TL players.
Yeah, they're really good now.
They're nasty. Yeah.
I've been seeing some clips on Twitter, like just screenshots, and yeah, it sounds like they've had a really good round as well.
I've heard.
I'm not sure who they're against, but RIP.
They're against Sabbath. They're against Sabbath.
Hopefully Sabbath is doing well as well. But yeah, no, TL sounds like the dark horse. But we were talking about you guys on the last podcast, and because of your small roster, sort of like you guys are, and just like recent culmination of the roster, you guys are sort of like a dark horse. So does that like push your team, give them more motivation, I would say?
I suppose you could say that, yeah.
It's like a cool. Sorry.
No, go on.
It's like a cool dynamic because Obey is such a it's a big org and it's a renowned team, but at the same time, you guys are like a new sniping team. So it's like you're out here proving yourselves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. That's very true.
It's just a cool dynamic I thought of.
It's
pretty cool. I'm happy with the players we have now.
So, like, outside of Obey, do you plan on making like obviously you plan on recording for your Taj and things like that, but do you plan on making like any other content, streaming or doing any of that?
Well, I stream every now and then, but I'm waiting for my I'm trying to save up for a PC at the moment, so like I can really stream and make content good enough because I'm off a laptop right now. Like my setup, and I still have a TV. I have a laptop and a TV. This is what I'm working with. But like it's not good enough yet. I just need a better PC if I'm really going to take it seriously,
For sure.
Yeah. You got to like a PC pushes your stream and content game to
Exactly.
a next level.
Just waiting on that. As soon as that arrives, I will start.
But hey, make use of what you got, people watching, because hey, Frann led a team from Italy with just his phone. So
Imagine how productive he'll be with a gaming PC. Holy fuck, dude. Okay, I wanna go. Yeah, I wanna grab some questions and stuff from the chat and from Twitter. So I'm gonna scroll through. And we've kind of already answered a lot of these. Oh, do you have a?
Yeah. Wait. I tweeted out, asked me some questions, but then I deleted the tweet. But I screenshotted the questions. If you want me to like put that in the Discord.
yeah, sure.
Sure, yeah. Put them in Discord. Yeah,
We got some good ones in the chat here as well.
Let me see where they are.
We just gotta try to find some
Now
that we haven't already answered.
Now we're getting trolled in the chat. We're getting trolled in the chat now, but I don't think Obey Spidey is still in the community. So
he is.
I think he's back.
Yeah, he's around.
If he ever went for, actually, we're not gonna talk about that.
I haven't talked. I mean, I haven't heard from him in years.
Is he? Anyway, we don't have to get into the Obey Spidey thing, but he might be recording for another talk. Is he Spidey and OG? Is that
what do you mean?
Oh
yeah,
Twitter?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay, that's him. Okay. Pull these questions up. Okay.
Here's a good question that we haven't answered. Who do you think is the most underrated player right now, if you could say?
In Obey?
In Obey or just in the community? Tough one, isn't it?
That is a tough one.
Man, in Obey, I'd probably say MFA. It's between I'd probably say MFA is the most underrated player. But in the community, I really don't know. Gosh, there are so many players that play different CODs. It's hard to decide on one.
Yeah, that's so true.
I don't know. My mind's gone blank.
There's so many underrated grinders out there, waiting to get their moment, right? So that's what the RC's for.
These are some
100%.
good questions.
I saw one question. I feel like we sort of may touch on it, but like you said, as the real Gucci said, does Obey still get hate from when the team was first formed, or is this new Obey kind of made a name for themselves rather than walking in the shadow of the first Obey? I don't know if you can touch on that at all.
I can. To be honest, I've not had one complaint about it. I've not had one complaint. I've not had any hate or anything. Obviously, I've had people ask, like, oh, why isn't this person in Obey anymore? Like someone that used to be, and I'm like, well, they ended, and like, I just got given a lucky opportunity at the right time. To be honest, that's how I can say it.
Yeah.
No, you put in some hard work and you had those relationships, so it's not like you got it out of nothing. Like, don't.
Yeah, you gotta be good to be lucky and lucky to be good, if that makes sense.
I suppose.
Stupid little saying, but yeah, like I don't know. I remember way back in the day, I'd say Obey did get like this weird bad rap for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they did like back in like 2013. I would say like a long time ago. But yeah, I see none of that now, which is I think that's impressive because you're still rocking the same brand, the same org, and you've completely changed, I guess, like the perception from then. So,
well, another thing is that I think is pretty important when I'm going to pick up a player is to make sure that they don't get into drama. Because if we got someone who's got like a bad name on Twitter, I don't care how good his clips are. If he's got a bad name and starts arguments, his name is going to come to us. So like if one guy has done something in the past, come to us, everyone's going to think, oh, he's the guy in that team, blah, blah, blah. So I've made sure that everyone we've recruited has like a good rep for themselves, doesn't start shit, which I think is very important, which is why I don't think we really get hated on right now.
No, that's a good point. Adam, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm reading this. I want to like take it just a little bit away from the COD stuff. Like,
yeah.
This guy Llama underscore, or is it Llama or Iyama? Iyama underscore nice guy tweeted you saying, favorite pizza, how much do you miss Dub? when is Sanction 2? Who do you personally want in Obey? So there's like 4 questions in
All
one.
right, let's do one at a time. Let's do one at a time.
So yeah, favorite pizza.
Oh wow. Okay. So I don't really have a favorite pizza for this one reason. When I was in Italy, I was working in my
Ooh,
auntie and
yeah.
uncle's restaurant, which was a pizzeria. And my uncle actually made the pizzas. So after every night, when everyone had left, all of us workers would sit down, eat our pizzas, but we kind of had whatever we want. So like we could just pick and choose whatever topping. So like every day I'd take something different. So I don't really have a favorite for this exact reason. I just kind of mixed it all the time. Like I don't even remember some of the combinations, but I'd be putting salami, ham, mushrooms, olives, like every. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
don't know.
there's got to be one day or one night when you finish your shift and you like had maybe this one pizza and you're like, dude, this was the best one. There had to have been one.
Well, the thing is, man.
Tough
See,
for you,
this is tough. This is tough.
When you're Italian pizzeria, it's hard to pick your own pizza. Honestly, though, I feel that. I feel that. It's probably had so
there's a type of a cheese in Italy which isn't used here on pizzas, but it's called stracciatella. It's like a kind of creamy cheese that you can put on top at the end. So I'd always get that with a few slices of speck. I don't know if you know what that is either.
Nah, I don't.
No, oh wait.
It's a type of ham. It's a type of ham. But I'd have that with this cheese, and that was always my go-to. I'd say that. I had that more than any others.
Are you
no pineapple?
Yeah, no pineapple. Or...
No. Nope.
I respect that.
Never.
Thank you.
People are
Nope.
pissed in the chat.
I'm Italian. If my family sees me eating pineapple on pizza, man, I'm getting executed. I can't do that.
That's hilarious. Man, the sad thing is like one of my university friends is from the small town in Canada called Chatham, and she claims that pineapple on pizza was invented there. I'm like, I'd never want to go there.
What?
I'd never want to go there.
Chatham?
Man.
In Chatham, yeah. Small little town. But in Canada, I don't know if this is a ripoff, but pepperoni, bacon, and mushroom, we call it Canadian pizza. I don't know. Like that's like it's called Canadian. Like I don't know if that's a ripoff.
I mean, okay, no. To be fair, there are some places like in Italy. I don't know if it's the same all over, but where I'm from, there's a pizza called the Americana, and it was literally just how do you say this? It was just chips and I don't know how to say it in English. It was like frankfurters. It was slices of frankfurters and chips, and that was called the American.
Not stereotypical at all, but
Yeah, but
basic ass.
greasy.
But not many people actually understood how good like chips on pizza actually were.
I have to try.
Very
that.
underrated.
Like
Very
like
underrated.
potato fries, like chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, we I know that term.
That's good.
I have to try that.
Okay, second question was how much do you miss Dub? Who's Dub?
Here we go. Okay, so Dub is a modded game mode. Oh, it's just modded TDM on COD 4, really. So obviously, you guys used to play COD 4. You know everything that used to piss you off: jug, martyrdom, grenades, stuns, RPGs. Imagine a TDM without any of this.
Oh wow,
Pretty nice.
Sounds fun, doesn't it?
Sounds
So
like a
I
dream.
played when I joined Bloom. They were a hybrid team, and they didn't give a shit about mods. So I was like, oh god, all right, let's try it out. I'd never really played mods, so I got with a few of the guys that were in the team, and we played modded quite a bit. So that was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, but obviously, like I always admitted, like this clip's modded, this one isn't. But as soon as I hit a few modded COD 4 clips, everyone was like, oh, all of these, like even my Reg TDM, like all of my COD 4 clips, everyone's like, oh, that's modded, that's modded, that's modded. But I don't know. I've got that name like off me now. It was never a bad thing. It was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah, it's kind of just like a game mode that eliminates all the bullshit of.
Literally,
COD
it was
4.
chill. That's probably the word for it. It was chill.
It was chill. Be chill, bro. Be chill.
It was fun. I did enjoy it though. I don't really miss it anymore because I can't see myself playing it, especially now that I'm in Obey and I don't really allow mods in here.
No mods allowed, eh? Like at all in any.
Nah, I allow Force Host to like kick modders nowadays, but I think that's like the only one that's become like acceptable in the OGen community.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything
Black Ops
else?
2 is pretty bad right now.
Yeah, nah, none of that.
So the other question is, when is Sanction 2? But you said when you hit a closer, I guess.
When I need a few more clips on a few different games. I've got a few that I'd like to hit, and a closer really. So it could, for all I know, it could come out in like the next few months. It could be 6 months, could be 8. I don't know. I want to get it out before the new COD though. That's my kind of aim.
And is there ever a world where that goes up on the Obey channel, or is it just always going to
Yeah,
be on your?
no. We can put it up on the Obey channel. I've already spoke with Raves about this. He'd like Targes on there, but obviously that's always like been a player's project, so we're not going to force them if they don't want to.
Mm,
It's like I'm uploading mine to my channel because I've worked on that for so long. I want.
yeah,
I don't know.
on
I
your
want
channel.
like the
Yeah,
support
no.
from it.
Yeah, your
So I
channel.
mean,
yeah.
it's really if someone decides I'm gonna make a Targe, gonna go up in the Obey channel, I'll be like, yeah, sure, that's fine. Not stopping
That's
anybody.
pretty awesome of you guys to do, because I feel like you guys have all that Fortnite and the stream stuff and things, so it's going to
Yeah.
be intimidating for a player to be like, I want my COD video up on there. Like,
Yeah, no, we're willing to. We're willing to. It's one of the reasons that I'm really happy with the leadership of Obey because they're fine with me doing whatever it is I'm doing.
Yeah,
If
you
it
kind
if
of
it
have
looks
free
good on
reign.
the channel, they're fine with it.
Damn. And his last question was, who do you personally want in Obey? But I feel like that's a very loaded question. You don't have to answer.
If you pluck
Man,
anyone,
okay, the thing is, if I say one single person and he does get picked up, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, it's so rigged. It's so rigged." So I'm just not gonna say anybody.
that's
There are
fair.
obviously a
what?
lot of people that I do want in, but it just depends how they do for the RC, you know.
Oh, so you won't. So the RC is a big time for you. Like,
Oh,
obviously it's the RC,
100%,
but like
100%.
you got people in mind right now that if they don't, like, they gotta kill it during the RC, and then
I've got people that I want to go for the RC. I could say that.
Mm. Mm. So those of you listening, going for Obey, that could be you.
Who do you not want in? No, I'm just kidding.
Whoa, whoa, oh god.
Totally joking.
Let's
Man,
move
I
on.
don't
I like this question from Zombie. Who's on your COD Mount Rushmore?
Oh god, fuck me. Oh man, that's tough. That's tough. I can pick any four people from the community
Yep.
to put on there. Oh Jesus Christ, I don't even know. That's tough.
You can pick one. You got one, two.
Couple favorite inspos?
Yeah, people that inspired you to play. ZG, those guys from XJX or whatever.
Man,
Could just say
I don't even know,
iRoops.
man. Well, I mean, yeah, but I suppose everyone's gonna say that, really. I mean, all
Exactly.
of us grew up watching him/her, but I don't know. I suppose that was kind of an impact on everyone. I don't know. There's no one that like. I mean, it's a bit of everyone, really. I watched a lot of people when I was younger that got me to where I am.
That's fair.
I don't know. I can't even decide.
Yeah, it's a really tough question.
I should have brought a list into this podcast.
No, maybe you should have. Well, if we have you on again, like, we're gonna have a whole bunch of different guests on, but like I want to have people on again to always check in and see
Yeah,
what's
for sure.
going on, and then maybe then you'll have your Rushmore, and maybe, you know what? Maybe I'll be on it.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll hit every clip. Let me look at more of these questions. Get a lot of people asking about joining. A lot of people, when am I the next person?
Yeah.
Like you said, it doesn't annoy you. It's like whatever for you at this point.
Nah. Because the thing is, I know most of the people, so I know they're messing about.
But are they messing about though?
Yes and no.
Exactly. Oh, Zorby says, "Oh no,
we're not asking
question."
that.
Sorry, Zorby. We can wrap it up unless Kai, you have any more questions.
This is kind of a cool one. Do you have to sign a contract when you join Obey? I thought that was an interesting one.
Nah, a lot of people think you do, but no, you don't. The only thing we have to do, we have to like sign a like a little welcome form, just to go over some like little rules. Because obviously, where we're an org, we can't exactly go around on Twitter saying the N word. We can't really say that because we have sponsors and shit. So if sponsors see one of our members that are repping us saying that, like, we get in trouble for that. All of us will get in trouble. So there's just a few basic rules that like we're not allowed to do or are supposed to do. But it's not a contract at all. Like, it's just a welcome form, really.
Is that something you think you would do in the future? Like once you guys get more sponsorships, or if you guys start getting more views, you have like a little contract where you sign and make sure that it's kind of like the rules form, but more
Well, I
serious.
mean, probably not for the snipers, but there are some people like higher above that are contracted, more like the content creators, but more people that like benefit the leaders. Like if they, for example, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to say this. I'm not going to say it just in
Don't say
case.
it.
I'll say it after stream. I'll say it after stream. I don't want to risk it.
No worries.
All
Well,
right.
it's funny that you mentioned like the whole sponsor thing, because we were talking about how an NV player in the NV sniping team like last week in the in our podcast like said some bad thing about an energy drink sponsor, and then that ended up becoming like a big deal. So that's definitely important.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And I think that's things people, didn't really think of back then, and then now until some like debacle like that happens, and then now you're thinking you got to be careful. I think I don't know, a good question to end the podcast on would be like, what is the best advice you give to people who have a bad start on the RC?
Ooh.
Kind of a tough
I don't know,
question to
really.
ask.
It is a bit of a tough question because it is hard to stay motivated when you're going against so many people. But biggest tip of advice I can say, try and be different and have fun. Because if it gets to a point where you're generally stressing yourself out, because there are going to be people that are going to be grinding all day for this, they're going to be waking up early trying to do this. Like, if you're not having fun, it's going to show in your content streams. Like, even if you're not having fun playing, you're not going to hit the clips you want. Just best thing I can say is stay laid back, be relaxed, enjoy it, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to enjoy some gaming here. I think I'm true. It's serious though.
No, dude, no, I
Have
totally
fun.
agree. People take it a little too seriously. They want to grow their channel. They want to grow. They want to be part of an org. They want to do all these things, and it stresses people the fuck out. Like, just
and it
sit
shows
back
in their video. It shows.
Yeah, I never thought it did, but yeah.
So when you're pulling your hair out on MW2 on stream,
I'm like, fuck. But thank you so much, Fran, for coming on, man. Like,
nah, man, it's been a pleasure.
Appreciate it. You're a key player in the community, and you have a lot of weight with all these players that want to get their name out there, want to join the org. So I think you definitely provided them some value just by chatting with us. So again, thanks.
So good. No worries.
And everyone with their meme comments in the chat.
What are they saying? I don't have it open.
Just we can talk about it after.
We'll talk about it after. Yeah.
Kai, do you want to say anything, or do you want me to wrap
Yeah,
up?
just thanks again for all the support on the podcast, the people watching. If you could drop a like or a rating or like anything like that on Spotify or YouTube, comment how we can improve it. Let us know. Obviously, if you want Fran to come back sometime, let us know. He was a great guest. It was awesome talking to you. I mean, this is the first time we've chatted, and see why you're leader Obey, honestly, just by the maturity in your answers. And yeah, no, thanks everyone for supporting. Thanks Fran for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, guys, thanks for checking it out. Make sure you follow Fran on Twitter at Obey Frann. Follow Kai9 on Twitter. Obviously, if you haven't, you're wasting your time. And check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, leave a like and comment. We really appreciate it. But thank you, guys. Miss you, love you, and stay frosty.